Hi guys, my name is Michael Bell, and I'm part of the Looney Tunes Music Appreciation Group. Sorry. This week we're talking about whether or not music can be objectively bad. I feel, along with everyone else in my group, that music cannot be objectively bad. The reason is that music is art, and art is almost never bad unless it is hurting somebody or if it doesn't serve a purpose. I know some people talked this week about parody songs and how sometimes they don't serve a purpose. I've never listened to that example, but I felt that an example of parody music to me would be Weird Al Yankovic. He does parodies on popular songs that are on the radio. He did one on American Pie. What's it called? It's about Star Wars. It's really funny. He did one on Yoda for some other song. He's done a bunch of them. He did one called the Hamilton Polka. He took a bunch of music from Hamilton the musical and condensed it down into like one piece and made a polka out of it. It's really funny. Go listen to it. His purpose isn't necessarily to make fun, but his purpose is to show that there's other ways to listen to music. And I really like that. It shows that even necessarily out of context, the message of a song can change. What's really interesting too is a lot of people would say, well, music theory-wise, this certain piece of music doesn't make sense. But that's untrue, because music theory isn't about describing new music, it's about describing music in the past. So if you look at music theory that was written about during the classical period, it's more about how Baroque music worked and how the different types of counterpoint and how you did cantus firmus and other things like that. And then if you go and look at stuff that's at the end of the classical period, it's describing the things of the classical period, how 1-5-4 or 1-4-5, 1-5-4, all those kind of chord changes and how those all fit together to create the melodies that we listen to from that period. I think that if music theory is describing music, they're wrong. I think music kind of dictates what music theory says, which is why the theory we think about now, jazz theory and things like that, a lot of that is fairly new comparatively to the music we listen to nowadays. A lot of that, yes, it follows some simple music theory, but there's deviations, and we don't necessarily know why everything works. It's really interesting to kind of watch that progress. So this next week, I want to talk about what genres you listen to and what certain genres you think are hard to get into. I'm a fairly genreless person. I listen to pretty much everything. One of the ones I really struggle with is like hip hop and like modern day rap. I think part of that is, one, I'm not the audience for that. And two, I sometimes have a problem with some of the messages. I know that they're not all like that. That would be grouping a genre together. I mean, there's plenty of songs, especially in jazz and other kind of older genres, that are questionable by what we think about socially nowadays. And I still enjoy that music. And so I think that for me, my hardest thing is I find it very hard sometimes to find music in that genre I like. Another genre I used to struggle with, is certain types of like new electronic jazz fusion. Sungazer. It's Adam Neely. He's a YouTuber and he does a bunch of other stuff. His music, that genre really scared me because it's got this kind of thought about it. Well, it's just weird. Well, it's weird. A lot of new age jazz is very weird, but I feel that a lot of my personal kind of prejudice, quote unquote, was causing me to say, I'm looking at this, I'm listening to a couple minutes of it, I'm going, I don't like this. Not because I wasn't understanding it, but because I didn't know how to connect with it. I think that that's where a lot of people struggle to listen to different types of music, is because they're not sure how to take what they know and their perspective and apply it to new types of music. Well, that's my opinion on this week's topic. Thank you guys. Have a great day.